Today I'm gonna be watching a video called The Desire to Be Loved. So yeah, I used to watch lots of vids like this a few months back. Like very deep vids, like vids like food for thought type stuff. But recently I've just been watching like Jerry Springer Show, Tomorrow's Teachings, stuff like that. But yeah, I'm gonna get really deep with this vid. And yeah, let's just watch it. The Desire to Be Loved. This is something everyone can relate to, hopefully. And yeah, everyone wants to be loved. Like, I think you gotta be mentally ill or a psycho to not want that in your life. So yeah, let's watch it. And this guy makes very good vids.
A touch, a look, tender and fleeting. We are
And CJ, someone was talking about killing themselves. That's not good. Hopefully they didn't do it.
scared little creatures, aching for eternity.
So,
A
someone,
touch, a look.
someone in the past talked about like wanting to do that in my stream and being like sad, and yeah, I full on talked to them for like half an hour and more about that stuff.
Tender and fleeting. We are scared little creatures, aching for eternal belonging, that unspoken agreement that we are in this together. And yet we avert our eyes. I lower my tone, I play it cool. I'll hold on to this real me, this messy apparition of vulnerability and tears, until I find the one, someone who is worth it. But implicitly, I understand that this one will not accept the real me unconditionally. I will need to persuade them with something that is not quite me, some general attractive qualities. Good looks, pleasant conversation, a worthy mask. Is this deception? To reveal myself later on, after I have tricked them into letting me in. All for the selfish desire to be loved, to be at one with the other. And so I play it cool. What do we
So, what he was saying, he's just saying like lots of people out there just put on an act. They try to act cool to try to convince or persuade someone to like them. And that's not really them. But yeah, I mean, chat, I don't know how old you guys are, but maybe you've experienced this if you've lived enough life or stuff like that. But yeah. And some people, obviously there's lots of stuff. People might think they're ugly, fat, tall, blah blah blah. Maybe they're like, oh, maybe if I was 2 inches taller, maybe if I lost weight, maybe if I had a better haircut, she might like me. But the thing is, if she doesn't like you now, if she doesn't like the real you now, she won't like the real you, even if she thought you looked good, you know? And that's what he's talking about right here. And like, lots of time, people, they might like each other at the start. And sometimes people might be putting on an act, being nonchalant, playing it cool, and all that stuff. But there isn't really any point, because she might like you when you're putting on an act, but down the line you will reveal your true self to that person. And she doesn't like that. You just wasted all your time and you hurt yourself for no reason, you know? And I saw this vid, and it said this person was talking about how lots of girls like guys really tall, handsome, chiseled abs, like, like the looks of them. But then this person said, sometimes it's good to be ugly, to be unattractive, to be short, because then they know they actually like you for you, not your appearance. You know what I mean? Like beauty standards these days, like if you're short, stuff like that, girls aren't into that. They want dudes 6 foot tall or more. But yeah, that's what I saw a video about it. Like, if you're a short dude, if you're ugly, and a girl likes you, they really like you for you. But lots of times, girls get with dudes because they're just attractive, but deep down, they might like be a piece of crap sometimes. And yeah, they don't really like them for who they are. They just like them for the exterior, you know. So yeah, And another thing is, you know, like you see all these guys. I mean, it is partially true, but why is Schmeg? It is partially true, but there's lots of like, I don't know what I should call them, but lots of people be like, oh, at a young age, don't worry about girls, grind, 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 you know, grind, 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 get rich. But the thing is, once you get rich, it's a good thing and a bad thing. It's a good thing because you can attract lots of people. Like say you're a dude, you can attract girls, so you can pick and choose, which is, some people might like that. I know lots of people would like that. But the thing is, when you're at that point of success and money and fame, maybe, you don't really know if they actually like you or not. Like if they're genuinely into you, or it's just the money, you know? Because lots of people are like, don't worry about a girlfriend, just grind and get rich and then get a girlfriend. But personally, I think it's the other way around. I think when you're young, when you've got nothing, like when you don't have a car, maybe you're just working a job, you get barely like minimum wage. If you can get a girl at that point, try to stick together, you know? Because what can she really get for you? Like, because when you've got nothing and you're in a relationship with someone, that the only thing you can give her is yourself, your time, your love, and your affection. That's all you can give them because you don't have any material possessions. Because you're broke, you're a kid, you've got nothing. And if that is good enough for them to love you, then you know you've got like something good there. But like like when these people say get rich, get that, get this, get a car, and then get a girl, is a girl really there for you, or is she just there for the money and the stuff, the like possession she can give you can give her? You know, that's why I believe if you can get a girl when you're young, you're not gonna regret it. Just try to work things out, obviously. But yeah, and if you really believe someone's worth fighting for, fight for them. But at the end of the day, if they don't want you back, you can't really do anything about it, and that's the sad truth about it. Like, yeah, girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever. No matter how bad you want them, if they don't want you back, there's nothing you can do about it.
What do we wish for when we wish to be loved? Is it pure narcissism? The childish fantasy of endless affirmation? That some poor being will afford you the constant reassurance that, for example, you are permitted to be here, that your presence is tolerated, if not appreciated? This isn't sustainable. Resentment develops, and a love based on self-admiration is like tickling yourself. You miss out on the pleasant surprises, the intolerable unpredictability of the other, of a whole separate soul, afforded to love you how they see fit. If I admire my own looks, for example, I will wish to be admired by my looks. But what if they find something else unaccounted for, something also worth loving? What if they cherish the bed hair that I've always been ashamed of? What if they have fallen for my strange thoughts? Perhaps I wish to be loved for the things I do not even consider lovable. And so that sort of love that demands that I am admired the way I wish to be, well, that just isn't enough. Do I wish for devotion, to give the other all of me? How simple it would be to answer any ambiguity in life, what am I to do, what am I to think of, with the simple answer of my beloved. I will think of you, I will spend time with you. This too will bring resentment. To prop up another human as a god, as the arbiter of your life choices, is to sign up for disappointment. Is this not just a clever way of avoiding the responsibility that comes with freedom? To give it to the other completely? And surely there are plenty who are willing to do that for you, to take in your energy and agency and make you a tool of esteem and praise. And you will give it relentlessly, until you find that they too are human. You do not love them, you worship them.
Yeah, that is really like worship. You don't love them, you worship them. Cause like, lots of times in relationships, people maybe one person in the relationship, in the hierarchy of relationship, is way above the other. And like he was saying, you worship them, you don't love them. Like you do whatever they say. You just try to please them, stuff like that. And that's not good, you know? And if they only show you love and affection when you give them what you want, that isn't love. That's not love, you know? Like, if you really love someone, and I believe love is a choice, chat. Like, it is a feeling, but to love someone is a choice. Because during a relationship, you know, I've been through it. I've been through this. I know if you live long enough and get into a relationship, you're probably gonna go through this as well. I'm not sure if like there is people that don't go through it, but I know most people do. But I think love is a choice, you know. And the thing about the choice is, during a relationship, you guys might get into fights, you might not feel loved, stuff like that. But you gotta make the decision with yourself to still love that person, even though they might make you feel like crap. They might make you feel horrible about yourself, stuff like that. But it's the love and commitment. It's the choice of doing that. Because you're not always gonna feel lovey-dovey. It's not always gonna be like that. And I think that is love. Like choosing that person. Like like they might be not treating you the best. You might see someone out there, you might think they might treat you better. But don't go for that. Because love is choosing someone. Even when they're the lowest, even when they make you feel bad, you choose that person. Like, you're my person. I choose you. Like Stunner Girl, I choose you, baby, over 100 girl. Like, not even 100. Like over every single girl, I choose you. You know, that's what love is. But yeah, lots of people these days don't do that, and I believe like relationships these days, it's kind of sad in the modern day and age, because I feel like back in the day, like say 50 years ago, 60 years ago, people would just people would come up with, I feel like much more in the past, but people would come up with any reason to stay with their person. But I feel like these days people always come up with any reason to leave their person, because they believe there's someone better out there for them and all that stuff. But they might, like, even when they go through hard times, they might think the grass is greener on the other side. They might think, if I leave them, I could get with that person and then it'll be better. But the thing is, it won't. Who knows? Maybe it will. But just because you leave that person, you think you won't go through the same stuff, the same struggles with another person. You will. You will. But the thing about it is, when you choose to be with someone, you choose them. You choose them like I choose you. I want to like love you. I want to go through struggles with you. I want to go through pain with you. It's a choice, you know? You got to be dedicated to that person if you're really about that. But yeah, what he's talking about here, like lots of people just give all their decisions to the other person, but that is not healthy, because then you're under their control, you know? But yeah.
Nobody can live up to that. Nobody deserves your freedom more than you do. So, what is this desire to be loved? It is not to live for someone, to live below them, as it were, nor is it to live above them in.
It's not about living below, it's not about living above. I believe it's about living with, you know? Living with them. Like, they're a part of you. They're not above you. They're not above you. Like, you guys, in a relationship, you guys are a team. You guys are a team. It's like, sometimes you feel like it's me against, it's me against my wife. It's me against my husband. But it is not like that. It's you two against your problems. You know, you guys might have problems. You guys might argue. Like, about stuff, but it's like it's not, you guys aren't against each other. You guys are against your problems. Because yeah, the problems between you two, both of you need to fight against it together as a team, as a partnership.
Constant affirmation. Each leaves me incomplete. So is this my desire to feel complete? Is this not achievable in solitude? Perhaps, but the nights grow cold and I tire of these inner dialogues. Life is hard enough on my own, and I wish to make coffee for us. I wish for an us. All I know beyond reason that it is often better with others than alone. I do not wish to live for someone, nor do I wish that someone would live for me. Both forms of love guarantee resentment, bitterness, and stagnation. So what do I live for? Simply, I live, and I know that it is better to live with another, side by side. It is not always easy. We will misunderstand each other, we will bicker, we will overstep and miscalculate our proximities. The inherent clumsiness of being guarantees conflict. But are these not the very points where love is most felt? Is this not what we fight for, what we ache for? Those awkward attempts at connection, when our masks slip off and we stare into our eyes, two shaking bundles of desire draped in our beautiful flaws, whispering to each other, "It's okay, I'm still here."
I really liked what he said at the end. You know, arguments, and it's not about living for the other person. It's not about them living for you. It's about you guys living together, you know? And like when he was talking about the arguments, you know, I've been through that stuff, you know? Disagreements, but at the end of the day, we're still there, you know? And yeah, I just try to fight against, like, not fight against my opposite, but you know, fight for them. Like, try to fight against our problems and stuff. Because at the end of the day, everyone's human, you know? Like, everyone's human. We all go through stuff. And I feel like, personally, even if you get into arguments, like, with your significant other, and that might make you feel bad, personally, that's happened to me. I've gotten into arguments with my significant other. Not arguments, but disagreements. And stuff happens after. And some of the stuff they do makes me feel very sad and very, very bad about myself sometimes. But I think about it, and yeah, it depends. It depends who you're with, but I don't believe they do, like, she does it on purpose. I don't believe she does it on purpose. Because I know everyone goes through stuff. We're all growing up, especially at the young age I am. I'm only 18. Especially at this young age. Like, everyone's growing, you know? Everyone's growing. So, yeah. Chat. Like, love, the desire to be loved, you know? Just be yourself. You don't get any real benefit in the long run about putting on a mask to get a girl, because at the end of the day, the mask will fall off your face if you're with her long enough. And if she doesn't like you with the mask on, she doesn't like you, because that's who you are. And, you know, you shouldn't be living or just trying to please the other person. That shouldn't be your thing, you know? And they shouldn't be doing that for you. You guys should be side by side. No one higher, no one lower. You guys, like, this is like, it's a team. It's a team, side by side. And yeah, with the arguments and all that, the disagreements, you know, you guys can have, like, whatever you're having. It doesn't mean you need to be a romantic relationship. It could be a friendship. Like, lots of the same things apply. But yeah, I just wanted to watch you know, I don't know, spill my thoughts a little today. It's been a while since I've watched a deep video like this. But yeah,
Points where love
I
is
just wanted to watch a vid like this.
most felt. Is this not what
Let's watch this bit
we
again.
will misunderstand each other, we will bicker, we will overstep and miscalculate our proximities. The inherent clumsiness of being guarantees conflict. But are these not the very points where love is most felt? Is this not what we fight for, what we ache for? Those awkward attempts at connection, when our masks slip off and we stare into our eyes, two shaking bundles of desire draped in our beautiful flaws, whispering to each other, "It's okay, I'm still here."
Okay, that's the end of the vid. This is a great vid, and I also want to say is, you know, when you first meet someone, and like you first see them, you might think, oh yeah, they're perfect. Like there's nothing wrong with them. They don't have any red flags, nothing. Because, you know, when you first get to know someone, it's just surface level. And then as a relationship goes on, you start to learn things about them that no one else knows. Because over time, most loyal thing in my life is my PS5. Nah. Haven't heard the fans since I got it. That's good. But yeah. What was I saying? I forgot what I was saying. Oh yeah, like when you get to know someone, and part of love is when you figure out all their flaws, all their issues, all that, or all the bad, all the negatives about them. And when you figure out all their negatives, and like when someone figures out all your negatives and they still choose to be with you and try to work things out and try to work through that, that's love, you know? Love isn't just being there for you when things are good. That's not love. Love is being there through thick and thin, being there when things are bad, when things are terrible, when you guys straight up can't agree on anything, but you're still there. You don't give up because you made that choice to be with that person. You know? Like the feeling goes away sometimes. The feeling of love goes away. But to love someone is to always be there no matter what. When it comes and goes, it's a feeling, it's temporary. Feelings are temporary. But making the choice of being committed to someone is not, you know? And yeah, this is a pretty good vid. You know, he was just talking about the desire a lot, the desire to be loved, but I talked about a lot more. But yeah, just be yourself, you know? And if you're scared, if you're scared to, you know, if you're really scared that someone might not like you if you be yourself, you know, a girl might not like you, then she's not the one, is she? Because the one will like you for who you are, for your mistakes, for your problems. They'll still like you, and that's the same for you towards other people, you know. And yeah, we're all human, chat. You know, we all go through this stuff eventually if you hopefully live long enough to experience it, and it's good. And the thing about love is that makes it so special is, you know, you never know when it's gonna end. That's why you gotta appreciate it, you know. Even if it ends, even if the relationship ends or whatever, don't be sad it ended. Be happy it happened. You know, and as well, like you never know what's gonna happen. You might die tomorrow. I might die tomorrow. Like you never know when your last day on this earth is gonna be, chat. So make the most of it, and yeah, just yeah. Tell the like if there's someone out there that you love and you haven't told them, just tell them. We're only here for a certain amount of time, and then that's it. So yeah, that's yeah. I wanted to watch a more deep vid today. I just felt like it. I haven't watched a deep vid in a while, and yeah, the desire to be loved. I talked a lot about relationships and stuff like that because yeah, lots of the stuff I was talking about was personal experience, and yeah, I just like sharing some my thoughts sometimes with you guys. Yeah, hopefully you learned something. Hopefully you got something of value from this vid, and yeah, I appreciate you guys for watching. Thank you.